Well, it was a great way for us to close out, the non-conference, and kind of put an exclamation point on that and close this chapter. And it's been a great run, a great ride so far. And I thought the guys, delivered a spectacular performance again today. Just complete game, throughout. So I'm just thrilled for them and what they've done. The balance we had today on offense, 6 guys in double figures. The way the guards continue to play, and the only negative, we got to just rebound a little better, and especially in the first half. But outside of that, it was terrific.
You obviously do not envision during the preseason a 12-0 start, number 3 ranking at the end of non-conference play. But was at some point of the preseason you felt this team is really going to be a special one?
Well, I mean, it's our foreign tour, our practices. Just saw the front court and the impact of having a good front court, like Melo, Lake, Daquan, Vitale, Mickey Mitchell, and then how that would help and assist the guards and allow them to be who they are. And they're fantastic. They all kind of take turns, driving to the hoop, throwing the lobs, pushing the ball down the floor, getting to the rim, hitting the threes. So and you don't really know where it's coming or when it's coming. So it makes for a really dynamic, team to watch, an entertaining team.
Have you ever had to tell Remy to maybe tone it down a little with the between-the-leg dribbling or anything like that, or is that something you encourage him to do?
I want Remy to be himself, and I trust him, and he's been in big games already and delivered, and he plays the game with some swag and a flair, and he's such a playmaker, and you can see he loves to play. He's out there making plays, and he's having so much fun, and never going to rein that in. I'm going to let him be, who he is. The one time I did take him out after I put him in, he didn't run the play I wanted, and he kind of broke the play, and so that's where you learn. And he came out for a short time, and then he was right back in the game.
Remy and Cody both talk about just the trust that they have in you and that you have in them. How do you go about developing that, and how has that progress been for a senior, Cody, and also for a freshman and Remy?
Well, I mean, it's a progression with with the seniors, and just again, we fought through a lot of hard times over the last 2 years, and the determination that Cody and Trey and Shannon had, and how they were attacking the workouts in the summer and preseason and our foreign trip, and we haven't lost a game in a while. We didn't lose in Europe. We didn't lose any exhibitions. So this has been going on for a good period of time, and it's their commitment and their desire, to be a great team and have a great season, and to go out as winners, and that filters down. I can only say so much or do so much, but if you don't have guys that are following you and that are teaching the younger guys, how to play and being about the right things, then it's not going to come together. But this is by far the most cohesive together group that that I've coached in my career.
When you look back at the preseason and the European trip, would it be fair to say that Daquan is the most improved player from that point until now?
The light really came on for Daquan quickly, and it took him a while. I think some of it is learning the fundamentals of our offense and our defense, knowing where to be, and he's thinking a lot. And now that he knows kind of what we do and he's familiar in our system, he's just using his natural instincts, and he was such a presence. And he got lost in the shuffle some at Kansas and Vandy because of them going real small through most of the games, but it was great to see him play with that energy and defend the basket like that, and it's exciting to get that, and then his upside for the lobs and things. So he's got tremendous future.
You guys had another real nice run, Bobby, to kind of open it up. You've done it so often. Do you almost think that's going to happen at some point during the game, the way you push and do things? I mean,
we play. We have a burst to us. And the guys feed off each other, and there's a lot of offense on the floor most of the time. There's a lot of weapons out there. So if we could generate the stops we need and get to pushing the ball up the floor, then we're going to get great looks.
We saw examples of it in this game. Remy and Daquan both can make plays off the bench, the sort of swing games. What kind of dynamic does that bring to your team?
Well, it's just great that when you go to the bench that you're going to get some upgraded play, or that the level play won't drop. And those guys, it's hard to get them out of the game, because they're doing so well. And Remy came on, I'd say, more in the second half. Like, he had a dynamite second half. When we needed to try and separate, because the game was being played from like around 22 to 13 for a while, and then we had our breakthrough in the second half.
Bobby, now the Pac-12 season starts, you are going into the Arizona matchup, which is probably one of the bigger build-ups to this game that we've seen in a long time. Just where you guys are now, what are your thoughts going into that game?
Well, I mean, it's a new season for everybody, so I know every coach says that, but it's we're all 0-0, and now we move on to the next phase. And I as a competitor, there's nothing more that you want than to be in that building next Saturday. So I hope everyone wants to go there. I hope every fan from Arizona and Arizona State is trying like heck to get in that building. Because it's going to be a fun, competitive game to be a part of. And in the meantime, though, we're we take a little bit of a breather here for the holiday, and but it's certainly a great place to start. And I know we'll be excited to play in that game.
Is the decision to start Mickey today in anticipation of his own defense, or just based off of what he did the other night?
Yeah, I mean, it's for me, their lineup, and I thought it was a better matchup for us, and that doesn't mean that necessarily that is how it's going to be all the time. It could change for our next game, but the core of guys that we have a fairly good rotation, and the minutes will take care of themselves. But I thought we needed to try and start a little better, and the last 3 games we haven't, so just kind of shuffling up the lineup to see if we could get off to a better start tonight. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Thank you.